when they talk about Irish bands, and we have people come out and hear us for the first time, and they're kind of surprised at what Hair of the Dog is, they didn't really assume that that was Irish music, and we're not, you know, we're Irish Americans. So for people to come in and assume that we're just going to play jigs and reels or play old traditional ballads, that's not really what we're all about, although that's a part of what we're all about. I think the fact that, you know, we bring in all those other influences that have been part of our lives as we've been growing up, make it that really neat merger of styles, and help to contribute to the popularity of the band.
Come on, little baby, let's go with me. Shake all the apples of Uncle John's tree. They're up and they're ready for the fall, but you know you can't have them all. Hair of the Dog has got me feeling right, and I never expect to get love tonight now. Hey! Hey! Hey!
And I think the band goes through a constant evolution. Where we started out, we were doing years and years ago when John and I started playing, we were just doing Wolf Tones, Clancy Brothers, all of the stuff that you would think an Irish band would do, an Irish folk band. And as we added more members of the band and as things progressed, we just started to branch out naturally and to what we have today.
What is very Irish about it, no matter what, is what the Irish refer to as the crack, which is the atmosphere. It's what happens that night, and that, I think, is what we're very careful about. It's very important to us is to creating that Irish crack where people leave the show feeling like they've just had a great time, and they felt like they were an important part of it as well.
Oh, the hard times are gone, surely.
And other stuff that's, you know, the older stuff where there's clapping parts that the audience is expected to do, Whiskey in a Jar or Riley's Daughter or Wild Rover, songs like that too. Yeah, a lot of callbacks, call and response kind of stuff. But, a lot of fun.
Tim Finnegan rising from the bed, come on. Tim said, when in your whiskey round like blazes, thunder and lightning, you think I's dead.
We don't put in there necessarily what we love, we put in there what we think the audience will love. And that's what I think sets us apart from a lot of other bands, is that we're there as a catalyst for the audience.
Yeah, Charlie's wife goes down.
The Grateful Dead has the Deadheads. Jimmy Buffett's got his Parrot Heads. Well, we have the Dogheads.
Up through the open door, she hands Charlie's sandwich. There's a train coming around.
When we first started playing in the band, we thought, well, let's start off with some of the old tunes. You know, let's do Big Strong Man, let's do Wild Rover and that sort of thing. And then as we added in Larry and Scott and Eric, well, how can we make this our own? How can we do it in our own style with a lot of energy and kind of evolved?
Bands need to evolve, move forward, otherwise they get stagnant. Sometimes it frustrates and confuses the audience, but we've, I think, succeeded at staying true to our roots.
You spoke earlier about different grooves, different inspirations from different types of music. That's really what it's about, to really, really kind of do as much as we can in this genre, branch out as much as we can.
A lot of different colors.
That's it, a sonic palette.
A lot of tone, color, and also the fact that this band has like 3 outstanding vocalists. I mean, that any other band would be glad to just have one of them.
With me back for the do, for the dithery idle day.
Sound man's nightmare. We have about 20 different instruments up there.
Just trying to keep things fresh. Different styles. We're all capable of doing many, many different styles of music. And instead of doing the same thing over and over again, we like to kind of experiment. And actually, as we're arranging or working on a song, we try to think of how to make it different from the original, or put it in a different groove. You know, do something that's different and more exciting, keeps us fresh. That's just a little bit of difference. And then we can do all the trad stuff. You know, the traditional pub songs that we do. And you know, the vocals are all there, but just to do something branch out a little bit, it's kind of fun.
The influences on Irish music have always come from everywhere. I mean, there's guys writing music in Ireland in the 1600s that were listening to Antonio Vivaldi.
Sailing around the sea, I'm thinking of handsome Molly, wherever she might be. Come on, Larry.
Being electrified is that much different than, you know, the acoustic sound and what's going on. I like a little bit of bite to some of the stuff that we do, and I think it adds a little bit of energy.
I always tell people I got the best seat in the house because I got Larry on my left and I got Eric on the other side of Scott. The solos are flying around, it's unbelievable. So sometimes I'll just kind of lean back and enjoy the music.
I hate to quote Rick, but I feel like taking my guitar and putting it under a steamroller, making it into a pizza paddle, because it's just amazing just listening to him every night, and night after night, just nailing stuff.
One of the things about folk music is that, unlike rock music, the songs don't have to be sung and played verbatim. The tradition of folk music and bluegrass has been that the songs kind of evolve and change a little bit over time, which is what we've done with most of the traditional Irish songs that we still do. Black Velvet Band, No Nay Never, all that kind of sing-along stuff. We've put our own spin on it, and they're kind of new again, which is nice.
To follow the black velvet band.
We're talking about styles. Another style that we do is some a cappella stuff.
Give me a rambling over, hey, Orkney down and over, we will roam the country over, and together we'll face the world. Give me a rambling rover, hey, Orkney down and over, we will roam the country over, and together we'll face the world.
You know, we're talking about some of the older traditional tunes that we do, maybe Patty Murphy's Wag or Wild Rover, but there are also a whole bunch of tunes that Mike has written. Some songs that those are really some of our most favorite tunes to play. Like Bartender Billy, right? Mikey, that came really from this bar, right?
Right, Bartender Billy came from this bar, and also from my experiences and John's experiences from coming home from college around Thanksgiving break.
Me and my friends, you stay to the end of the show. Hey, Bartender Billy.
There are a couple of tunes that the audience seems to count on to finish the night. The Scotsman and then the Parting Glass. The Scotsman, just a great story that addresses that myth. Is there something underneath that kilt or not?
Now the Scotsman will walk, and nature's calling, he stumbled for the trees. Behind the bush he lifts his kilt and cocks at what he sees. And in a startled voice he says to what's before his eyes, "Oh, Lord, I don't know where you've been, but I see that you won first prize. Ring, ding, diddle, diddle, daddy-o, ring, diddle-di-o. Lord, I don't know where you've been, but I see that you won first prize."
Then we finish the night with the Parting Glass. We bring Mike up to sing. Tell him a little bit about Mikey.
It seems like that's the kind of song where everybody in the audience can identify with it, because they could be thinking about different people, different times in their lives, people that they've lost, people that they're close to that may not be there with them. And every night that we do it, it'll have a different meaning.
Good night and joy be with you. Good night, everybody.